Tired of losing your sanity looking for important work? Dropbox Dash finds what you need fast across all your work apps so you can focus on what matters. Dash means less time searching, more time creating. Learn more at dropbox.com/dash.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states or situations.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to start up a series where I kind of just explain certain video games to people because, yeah, I guess if you're getting into a video game for the first time, you might not know too much about it. You just want to find something quick. Cause it's just a quick to the point, you ain't gotta scroll all the way through social media. I guess you could ask like some sort of AI software like ChatGPT if you wanted an explanation, but if you're like, nah bro, I want to hear it from a human. I want to hear it from a human that actually played the game. But I think I'm gonna start up a series where I kind of just explain certain video games to people, starting off with the first game. Because I can't get enough of this game, man. I've developed an addiction to this game, and I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I need to stop playing it because I'm playing too much of it. But anyways, the video game No Man's Sky. What is No Man's Sky? For those that are wondering, because it was the other day. It was a friend of mine's. Shout out to you, RJ. But he came into the stream and he was curious about No Man's Sky. And I felt like that there was so much to talk on with that game. Like you can't just start off like there's so much to do in there, from traveling, because they have it where you can play it in multiple different ways. That's why I always say like the game, it's kind of like Minecraft but in space. And what's crazy is that I said that and somebody was all like, oh, that's inaccurate. And I'm like, fam, if you look at Minecraft, like, explain to me the difference between Minecraft and No Man's Sky. Like I said, No Man's Sky is pretty much just Minecraft in space. If you remove the space stuff and then you just add like the stuff that you could just do on one planet, it's literally no different than Minecraft. No Man's Sky is. So that's why I'm like, I play and it's funny because other people have said the same thing and other people have also agreed, and so that's why I'm like, at times people they be trying too hard to get their opinion to matter, and it's like, bro, go somewhere else and have that conversation. But here, if somebody asks me about No Man's Sky, I'm gonna tell them it's pretty much Minecraft but with space. All right, you get spaceships. You get like multiple different types of spaceships. They don't have it where it's like you just get one ship and that's it. No, they have it where there's like these, I think they call them, it's like a bigger ship where you can land your smaller ships. And so they got stuff like that. They have it where you can customize these ships to your liking. What else? I think you can even do it to the smaller ships too. But you could build like a base. What else? There's like the creativeness behind No Man's Sky. Like you can really go above and beyond with it. So that's why I'm like, playing a game like No Man's Sky, you really have to have the time for it though, because it's one of those games where you can't just play it for like a few minutes and then you're good. Like, I guess like you could play it for a few minutes and you'll be able to see like what the game is overall going to be about, like more so when it comes to like traveling from planet to planet, doing these missions and stuff. But other than that, it's one of those games where you need time to play it, because if you thinking that, I should be able to complete that, you ain't gonna be able to complete that game in no few minutes, not even a few hours. Like it's one of those games where you are going to need to take the whole year off, I guess, to beat the game and to be able to explore a lot of the game. But even then still, hold on for a second. Let's see how long will it take to fully explore No Man's Sky. How long will it take to fully explore? It's funny, other people had looked this question up too. So they say it's impossible to fully explore No Man's Sky in a single lifetime or even many lifetimes due to the sheer number of planets. The game features 18 quintillion procedurally generated planets. Even if you could explore a new planet every second, it would take an estimated 584 billion years, according to CNBC. The game's vastness is a core part of its design, emphasizing exploration and discovery rather than completion. So yeah, bruh, it's, and I know people would see that and they think like, oh, it sounds like it's an overwhelming game. It's really not. Like, you can play that game and you can play it at your own pace, but at the same time though, like, yeah, if you are trying to complete it and beat it and all that stuff, then it's most likely going to take you some time, because I believe the story, it does go on for some hours, but they also have like side missions that you can do in there and stuff. So yeah, it's one of those games where you can't just play it one time and then you're good. Like, no, you're gonna have to play it a few times and you might get to the G part, like not even the whole G, like literally like 1% of the G in good. Like, yeah, it's gonna take you a while to beat that game. So, but from what I experienced of it so far, it's definitely one of those games where you don't have to, I mean, yeah, because if you're looking for a game to play as a content creator, I feel like that would be a perfect game to start off with. So like, if you're all like, I want to, like, let's say if you're starting up a YouTube channel and you're like, I want to be able to play a game where there's a lot of different things to do in there, yeah, that's No Man's Sky is definitely that game. That's a game where you can base a whole channel off of it and stuff. So yeah, I honestly, I might just do that, because I was thinking like, there are some channels that I want to put under reconstruction. And yeah, I might end up doing that. I might create a separate file where it's yeah, just exploring and doing random stuff in No Man's Sky. Cause yeah, man, it's like there's a lot to do in that game. There ain't no game where it's like you can, like I say, you just play it and then you're you know, like you've explored everything. Like I said, the game got like 18 quintillion planets, so it's like, how are you going to be able to explore everything's in that game? But anyways, but yeah, getting back to what I was saying, so from what I had played of it so far, so yeah, they pretty much have you start off on in every time when you start the game, it's always something different. So they start you off on a new planet, you fix up this spaceship, and then yeah, you pretty much just fly around and you're kind of just doing like it's kind of like a role-playing game almost. I feel like I feel like another good way of describing it, where you're just going around doing missions for people and stuff. But what else? Then I know people will probably ask that question too, like, do you have the choice of playing as a good person and a bad person? Yes, they do have it where you can do like these missions where you're transporting like not stolen goods, but it's like illegal goods and stuff. So yeah, there was a time where I was playing that game and I did have some illegal goods on me. And yeah, ended up getting into a big old giant battle over it and stuff. And I'm like, dang, bruh, can I just please just mind my own business? But yeah, it's crazy though, like, because I played the game when the game had very first came out, and it's crazy to see how much this game has progressed over the time. Like, the latest update that they just came out with is that you can be a mayor of a town. And I'm like, bro, it's things like that you don't really think about, but then when you see it, like, it's a new update, it's like, huh, you know, I didn't ask for that, but I like it. Like, no, this is something that I can get with. This is something that I can support and stuff. You know, there ain't too many times where a video game has you being the mayor of a town. So yeah, I'm like, I like that. I think that's a cool feature to add. That is one thing though with No Man's Sky, is that the developers are extremely giving, bro. Like, nah, that's a video game where for the price that they make of it, you would have thought that, like, No Man's Sky would have been like $1,000 video game. So the crazy thing is, outside of the sale, it's only $59.99. And so what's crazy is that the game, it's out on every platform. It's out on Xbox. So like, yeah, in case if you got like the last generation Xboxes, or last generation consoles, it is on the Xbox One, PlayStation 4. That's actually, well, the PlayStation 4 is what it originally had came out on PlayStation 4 PC, but you can play the game on Xbox. You can play the game on your Nintendo Switch. I think you can even play the game on iPad and stuff. Hold on for a second. Let me see what it has like on its Wikipedia page. So yeah, so they say platforms you can play it on is PlayStation 4, Windows, which is pretty much PC, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, Mac OS and iPad OS. It's crazy. This game came out a day before my birthday. So, but I'm trying to think. Did I play this game? I wonder if I had played this game on the not 10 or 9-year anniversary. But yeah, I think it's one of those games you are gonna have to play on the whatchamacallit. Oh yeah, I did play it on the 9-year anniversary. That's funny, and it's like I didn't even realize that I did that. You know, wow. All right, the more you learn about yourself. So. But anyways, but yeah, the game, so it's funny because I recently got back into the game because I got me a Nintendo Switch 2. And so I was looking for new games to play, seeing that No Man's Sky was on there. And I'm like, all right, let me go ahead, check this game out and see what it's all about. Plays pretty good on the Switch, surprisingly. But I mean, it is a game that did come out almost 10 years ago. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, if you're expecting this game to like not play as good on Switch, I don't know so much about the first Switch, but on the second Switch, so what's pretty dope about it, and that's what I mean by the developers being very giving, is that they have like a free update that you can download or upgrade that you can download for the game to upgrade it over to the Nintendo Switch 2 version. So yeah, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, fam, here it is. There's other games out there where they got far less in their game compared to No Man's Sky, and they're charging like $10-$20 for the upgrade. Meanwhile, the No Man's Sky developers, they're like, nah, bro, upgrade's gonna be free. And that's another thing, that the game doesn't have no DLCs. Hold on for a second. Let me see real quick the DLCs for this game. But yeah, it don't have no DLCs. They have a Starborn Phoenix ship, and I'm trying to think. I think that's it's something that you get in the game. It's not something. Wait a minute. They say to add this to your collection, visit the Quicksilver Synthesis companion aboard the Space Anomaly and choose collect special rewards. They're just giving away free. Okay, I gotta do that, because I was like, I didn't even realize that's something that you can do in the game. So because I was wondering, how do you get this? And so yeah, but I did know that there's like, you have to play the game to. That's crazy. That is insane. So yeah, I now know what I need to do when I next time I play the game is go to that anomaly thing and collect my award and stuff. But anyways, but yeah, man, it's No Man's Sky is one of those games where it's like, if you see anybody talking negatively about it, I feel like they were the same person that I was when I was very first getting into the game. Yeah, the game, it was pretty confusing when I very first got into it, and then there were days where I tried to get myself back into the game, and yeah, I just wasn't feeling it. I'm like, nah, man, this game, it's not meant for me. But the funny thing is that like last year and a little bit of this year, I was like spending a lot of time looking for like space simulator games, because I really wanted to play a space simulator. So I was playing games like Elite Dangerous, Star Citizen, what else, EVE Online, what is that other, X4 Foundations. I was looking at a lot of different space games and couldn't find one where I'm like, fam, like, I feel comfortable with this game. It's easy. It's not one of those games where it's like they're asking you to sit down and spend hours on end trying to figure it out and stuff. No, it's one of those games where it's like, No Man's Sky is one of those games where it's a lot easier compared to other games like Star Citizen. That game, and it's crazy, with that game being out a lot longer than No Man's Sky. You would have thought that game would have been in a much more better situation. And then games like Elite Dangerous, I would say, is good. It's just that that game, it's they have like a thing on there where it has like timed missions. I don't like the fact that it's like you gotta like play that game like in real time and stuff. Like if you don't complete that mission within a certain amount of time, then you can fail a mission. Then I think you got like some bounty, or you gotta pay like some sort of depth and things if you don't complete the mission and stuff. So yeah, with No Man's Sky, it's not like that. And you turn the game off, the game turns off, and they know like, oh, but it's still on type stuff. No, the game is off. And then it's not like some crazy difficult, like the tutorials are hard to understand. It's funny because at first I did feel that way. I did feel like the tutorials was hard to understand. But then when I played the other games and stuff, like the games that I named up, then I was like, then you go back and play No Man's Sky. It's like, wow, a walk in the park. Like, man, I'm sorry. I judged you before I even got a chance to sit down and play this game. So yeah, man, it's one of those things where it's like, with No Man's Sky, it's definitely a game worth getting into. And then yeah, even if you're just kind of looking for a game to just casually play, like they have like different ways you can play it, where it's like an extreme survival mode, a creative mode where you just want to create random stuff. What else? And then they also have like a custom game mode where you can customize the game to your liking. So if you want to have it where the creatures and the enemies in the game are extremely easy to kill, you can set it up that way. Or if you want them to be extremely hard to kill, you can set it up that way. Or if you want the supplies that you find throughout like and then that's another thing, the planets, so the thing is this, a lot of people I think they'll get into that game thinking like, okay, then the planets must be small. Then no, they're not. Like the planets are like real size planets. Like you gotta, like, so if like, let's say for an example that they have you do a mission on the planet and they say like, oh, the area that you gotta go to is 20 minutes away. It's really going to be 20 minutes away. So like they do have it where there's like, you could use your spaceship to travel back and forth. But yeah, like the planets, they're not small. Like the moons aren't small, the planets aren't small. There ain't nothing small in the game. So yeah, man, it's one of those things where it's like No Man's Sky is probably the biggest game in the world. Like I don't think there isn't no other game that's topping No Man's Sky. Like I think I remember seeing a map comparison thing, and they were just showing like what all the different planets and stuff, like how big it is compared to other games. But on top of that, it's like the planets and the moons that you go to in the game, and they're always different. Like it's big, you know. So that's why I'm like, yeah, bro, No Man's Sky, it may come off as an overwhelming game, like where it's just there's so much to do, but trust me, when you start playing that game, it's pretty good. You'll have fun with it. If you play other space games and then you go and play No Man's Sky, yeah, it's definitely gonna be a walk in the park. Like it would be, I feel like it would be difficult to find something difficult with that game. So but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow or subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. And peace.